Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching on the Town with Tanya, and I appreciate you so much. I have a very special guest here. Today's guest was a finalist on Last Comic Standing and a familiar face from BET's Comic View. She is a national headliner known for her sharp wit and dynamic stage presence. Please welcome the lovely, funny Nikki Carr. Hey!
Hey, lovely, funny. I take it.
Thank
Stop.
you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, it's
Thanks for
amazing.
having me.
We appreciate you. So comedy, you've been at this, what, 25 years, I think you said?
27.
27. Ooh, so I got an old quote. Wow, 27 years.
27 years. Every August 14th, it goes up.
Wow, August. Wow. What's the initial thing that, well, first made you think you're funny? That's first, because
I've been silly my whole life. Actually.
Really? Really?
My whole life. I mean, it's just me and my mom. So I used to like to make her laugh all the time. And, her response is always, "You are so silly." It all the time. "You are so silly."
Really?
But she never told me to stop acting silly.
Mm-hmm.
That's the good part. Maybe she knew I wasn't acting. You know what I mean? This shit is nuts. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know where this child's going to be on a stage somewhere. Well, what was the catalyst to get you to a stage, like to make this, to say, you know what, I'm going to try this. I can get it. Because, we all think we're funny, right? But to actually be like, wait a minute, I really can make a go at this.
Well, I've told the story many times before. And the reason why I got into comedy had nothing to do with me wanting to be in the comedy. I just needed to do something to gain some exposure so that my babies could find me.
Right. That's what I thought I read. That's so funny because, I got into comedy and writing only because if I'm famous, I'll find a brother that was adopted up at 3.
Yeah, because my dad, whenever I asked my mom to help me find my dad, that's what she would say: "Get famous and he'll find you."
That is,
yeah.
That is a fact. They come out the woodwork.
Yeah.
That's my baby mama. That's my friend, my best friend. Yeah.
He would have had to come out the ground because he was dead.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, did you were able to find them because of it?
No, his other daughter found me.
Really?
7 years after he passed away, she found me.
Wow. So God in the universe took care of it already for you.
Well, they could have took care of it before he died, but whatever.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's good. So were you able to mend the relationship with them because you hadn't seen them in a while, or
with who? My sister?
Your daughters.
Oh, my daughters. They're in my life. They're a part of my life. I got 6 grandkids from them, They cool. They really cool. Great kids, all of them. I contributed 4 great adults to the world.
See, that's how you have. That's what it is. That's what it really is about. Wow. So when you got into comedy because that being famous would help you find your girls. So that wasn't like as a teenager. That's a little bit older, right?
Like 33.
33. So that's good. That's interesting because I'm excited about that because a lot of people have gotten into comedy and getting comedy who are over the 20 something. Because they tell you, oh, please don't even try it. But I was like, comedy doesn't have an age limit. It's funny. You just got to be funny. That's it.
Well, yeah. And I think Junior, he's been quiet all day.
That's okay.
All day long. I knew this.
He's quiet compared to my dog. My dog would be like trying to get in the conversation. Be like, I was like, wait, we're not talking to you right now. Okay. Right. Don't worry about Junior. Junior, you're good. You're good, Junior. You're good here.
No, you're not good.
Yeah. Oh, so he's he, right? A boy? Oh, he's so cute. He's too cute. I miss my dog now.
Oh, that's my boy.
Yeah. So getting into comedy at 33. So you had a few things going against the tide. First of all, I guess you can clarify for me. Getting into comedy for women is a different game than for men. For me,
I never agreed with that. Sorry.
Okay. So good. So no, I'm loving it. Please
never ever.
Well, I get
comedian with the ENNE. Don't call me that. Don't call me that because it sounds different, it looks different, it pays different. Nope, no good. I'll just be
Okay.
a comedian, And I
Okay.
think comedy is easy if it's who you are more so than what you do. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean?
Absolutely. And I mean, I never let it deter me, but in observation, because that's what I do. My major was in communications. I noticed that, I'd be in a room with 30 guys, and I don't know, it just seemed like they got booked for more shows, and not even necessarily, I don't think, because they're funny, but maybe that's just me being biased. So I'm just saying, I see a lot of women now who have been on, like, Last Comic Standing. My friend was on Jimmy Fallon. What's up? Why aren't you where Kevin Hart is? I'm confused. I'm like, what's going on with that? I know it ain't you. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm coming with that basis. Not it
Well,
makes
for me, it's me because I
okay.
don't like to do the work. I don't like to do the work. Just
Okay.
somebody do the work and
Right.
then tell me where I'm supposed to be
Okay.
and how much I'm getting paid. That's it. I just want to do the work. I don't want to do the back part and the booking and I don't want to do all that.
Okay, so that makes sense, and I appreciate your truth, because some people won't say that. They'll just be like, they will just complain, and it's like, well, did you check out all the agents? Did you figure out how to do the cruise ships? Did you figure
Exactly.
out how to do the colleges? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, then you just didn't do that. That's what an agent would do. That's how you
Yeah.
get to the next level, right? But so I get what you're saying when you say don't ascribe that to me, because I mean, I can't explain it, but we can make anything happen that we want to make happen. Put it that way.
Well, what the thing is, I took about I took a couple of years because I might have been a little older when I first started because I was with someone and I said I wanted to do comedy. And she says, well, everybody loves you and thinks you're hilarious, but what if you get in front of a room full of strangers and they don't think you're funny? And so what that did was push me back into the thought, and I did something else. I did a play first,
Okay.
and I was really good on that. I got rave reviews
Mm-hmm.
personally. And then what I started doing was making strangers laugh. Like if I go to a store, I'll just say something ridiculous and people would laugh and I'll be like, okay, that was one, and it took me a while to finally get out there. And then I had to come out and say something really funny. And I thought what I was saying was really funny. And I guess it was, because after that first set, it was like, this is a try. I did a bringer show. You know what a bringer show is, right?
Yes, I've done bringer shows.
Yeah. So
I'm famous for them.
exactly. So I did my first show was a bringer show, and you would have thought I've been doing comedy all my life. It was crazy. And because of that, then I started entering contests and winning. What? I'm only doing comedy a month.
Right.
So I really prepared myself and tested myself before I actually took the stage.
Brilliant.
And then it seemed like, because my mom put me in acting school. Like, she knew I wasn't going to be sexy, but she knew I was going to be quite talented. So she, milked that part of it and sent me to drama school and, singing lessons and all kinds of stuff like that. So
you were in the arts, basically. I mean,
oh yeah.
that's all in the same realm to me.
Yeah. Well, she also was a singer. She's a Renaissance woman. I mean,
Oh, that's
God
right.
rest
Your
her
dad,
soul.
isn't your dad a jazz musician?
He is he still is, I guess, the great Bruno Carr.
Oh, wow. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Jazz
Now,
drummer.
do you play any instruments? Do you
No,
sing? Nothing? Okay.
I like singing. Can I sing? Mm, but I love singing. I love music. I always have.
In your
It runs through my blood. I'm straight from the drummer's nuts.
blood.
Literally.
Wait, did you get to know a lot of musicians because of your dad?
No. He
Okay.
was gone from my life at 6.
Okay. So I wasn't sure because some people say, yeah, I was always around so and so, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Right.
But
Right.
it's all good. At least you know what? Knowing that you come from something super great explains why you're great at what you do, because it's still the arts.
Yeah,
one
but when I came out, there's a comedian named Barbara Carlisle. I don't know if you know her. She's been doing comedy 40 more
right.
years, and she was kind of like a mentor when I first started.
Mhm.
And she told me that when I started a headliner. That's what she told me. She called me a rarity.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah,
And
no,
then
that's
everybody else started booking me the headline very early, very, very early. I had
wow.
a European tour where within my first year, which is where I met our mutual friend Kim DeShields. I booked her to come on that
Wow.
European tour. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. See, so so it stands true to what you say, why you don't believe all the other stuff, because you basically proved that this is something I was going to do, that I practiced and figured out how to do, and then I just did it, and you didn't put restraints on yourself, which likely is why you was able to catapult so quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And why, when I was still back in New York, I mean, okay, I'm gonna tell you this. The first time I did a black audience, I bombed.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
was, first of all, I looked around, I saw all these big stars. I saw Bill Bellamy and this one and that one, and I was like, so when I finally took the stage, I was doing okay, but not really,
I know what you mean. I have
Yeah.
my urban share.
And then I had to talk to myself. I was like, wait a minute. You've been talking to all of these audiences. They got
Mhm.
lines of people waiting for you in your first couple of months of comedy, waiting for your autograph and to take pictures and all this, you know. And now here you are in front of your own people, and you what? What
Right.
happened? So I decided from that moment on, there ain't nobody I can't talk to. Nobody,
Good. Yeah.
And the next one, it was explosive, and then I think that was a flyer that I saw on the ground, and I went to a comedy night when I lived out in Queens, and it was great. Capone was the host, and
Oh,
I
and I
did
love.
great. Yeah. And then he started booking me. He had BBQs up in the Bronx. He used to book me for that. Then I got booked for Manhattan proper in Queens. It just started like that. I remember one night because I was living in Queens, not far from Manhattan proper, and it was in walking distance, and I walked up in there, and I got paid $40 that night.
Ooh, you're balling.
Oh, what? 40?
Balling.
They gave
40.
me $40? You couldn't tell me nothing.
Oh.
You couldn't tell me nothing. So
And then I was addicted.
and then, I realized it was something that I could do. Yeah.
Wow. Now
Because I
what?
needed to do something to get famous, like my mother said, so I
Right.
could find my daughters.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, how did it come about that they were separated, if you mind me asking?
Oh, custodial interference.
Okay. Okay. I figured as such, but
Yeah.
so you've been in comedy so long. Tell me this, or dispel this myth. How about comedy for Black women? Is there a difference in that arena? I mean, do you
No.
think we get booked just as much as everybody else?
If you're funny,
Okay.
it's everybody else.
Okay. I like. Mhm.
Sometimes being too funny is not good
Right. Oh,
because they'll stop booking you.
dang.
Oh,
Really?
yeah. Oh,
Oh,
girl.
dang. Really?
Honey,
Well, I'll make sure.
I
I'll make
got
sure.
some stories.
What?
And that's probably why they leave me where they are. They keep their in my neck, you know,
Mm, yeah.
because they're afraid that I'm gonna take something away, but I'm not. And I
Right.
promise I'm not.
Right.
Some of them already have what they have and still don't, reach out. But it's all good.
That's great.
Stop. Maybe they want me to beg, and I'm not gonna do that.
No, good for you. Good for you. I also always like that you always stayed in the cut, and as a person who didn't know what you was in the cut because you want to be, or you were in the cut because of something. I don't have no clue, but I just like that you wasn't thirsty. Like some comics are so thirsty, they'll go to all the parties, do all the stuff, and get this and get that, and get and next thing they dancing. And I won't say what I was gonna say. Even as a comic, I'm not gonna say that. You know what parties they'll be at. That's what I was gonna say. But yeah. But I'm not gonna say it. But at some point you have to have your own integrity, as I say. And if this is your gift and your talent, why are you letting other people hustle you? That doesn't make
Right.
sense. That doesn't make
And
no
see,
sense.
right now, I can't blame anybody for, not throwing a hand back or anything like that.
Right.
There were some people who I helped get to where they are.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't speak to me, or ain't got time or what have you. So it is what it is. But right now it's 2024, and again, everybody can be a star right now.
Exactly. And
I
that's
have the power right now. I
yeah.
have all these different platforms,
Mm-hmm.
So why am I not doing that? I don't know.
Well, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're doing what you want to be doing. You're making what you want to be making. And if you decide you want to go to the top level, I'm sure you're going to go to the top level. Like,
I mean, it's just work. You gotta be online all the time, and
and that,
sometimes it be
I'm so,
ugly. Sometimes I look in the mirror, I be like, "Ew, you can't go on no line." No, sir.
I'm so happy I met you because some people think I'm just being lazy or whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to go. Some people want to drive 5 and 6 hours for a show. I don't want to. I just don't. I don't feel like nothing's worth that for me.
Oh, I do that.
No. Now, see, some
I'm
people
about to drive 9 hours.
yeah,
Next week.
most comics will. They love it. They
Last name Carr.
yeah, you were born to do this. I get it,
Hey,
but
hey.
for me, I mean, in my truth of it though, most comics, what do? They well, I guess they aspire to get in a movie, right? Was that our dream goal? Is that what the dream goal? Not mine, but what is that's
Yeah, I was supposed to do so much stuff, like the book. The book never got written.
Oh,
But
come on,
once
you got
the
to do the book,
internet happened, it's hard to focus. Like you in the dinging and the for the text, it's all these different things. It's hard to focus nowadays.
No, it is, and I will not lie, especially when you got ADHD like me. It's like,
Yeah, maybe I have that and just never thought about it.
it
Maybe
never
'cause I
bothered me
can't
till now.
focus.
Yeah, it never bothered me till now. I can't believe I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, why? I'm gonna be like, I won't
That's
tell my
because of distraction. That's because of the brain overload that we have from all of this.
right.
The whole world is on brain overload.
Absolutely. Now that I agree with.
What's
I
up,
totally
Mr.
agree.
Glass?
Hey, Mr. Glass, what's up? Yeah, no, I totally agree with the overload. Because it's like you got to keep up with TikTok, and I know agents are telling my friends who are in that life of whatever Hollywood and other side modeling.
Right.
You have to have an Instagram account and you have to have followers, and that's how you get booked. And it's like, oh my god! So you just go on this wheel; it never stops.
It's
and if
crazy.
you don't know how to get off, you'll end up somewhere else.
It is
thrown
really
that cage.
crazy. It's like it consumes our lives. I mean, you can't even lay in your bed anymore and watch TV. You got to keep checking your phone. There's a ding, there's a whistle, there's a this, there's a that. We are on brain overload. The world is so much, right? I'm gonna try my write my book. There's so much. Remember, okay, let's say 20 years ago, you go buy a loaf of bread. There's like maybe 6 different kinds of bread. Now,
right?
You can get an aneurysm in the bread department. Like what?
I know. It's like, should I get spelt or not the spelt? Yeah.
Milk, everything is just too much. It's too much. And that's why some people go crazy. Because we don't even know if our brain is designed to take all of this in. As soon as we get all of that, then here comes some more stuff,
Yeah, and then the pandemic didn't help at all.
It's a lot.
Because the first I call it PTS trauma for all of us was September 11th. That was the first big one. That was like, what? Oh my gosh! But that was a really, really big one for I think anybody who was around, no matter where you was at in the world. If you knew about that day, you were traumatized. Like you don't even know.
Ouch! That was the biggest ouch. Yes.
And then the pandemic. Whoa! You got 2 elements of that because especially for comics. Oh, Lord Jesus. We love getting on stage and sharing that mic. It was like, oh no, I need the Lysol now. It was like, I can't touch the mic because now, and a lot of comics, got affected by that. But that was another trauma, PTSD, you name all the elements that go with that. And so with that being said, those 2 things alone makes you check your phone. Well, I got to know what's going to happen right now, because if I don't, then I won't be in the know when it happens. If we have a blackout, then I won't, what I'm saying? That whole brain.
You know what really make people check their phone? If they put up a post. Did anybody like it? How's it doing on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook? You gotta answer the people. You know,
I hate that. I hate
it's
the
a lot.
likes.
I know
The
that's
likes.
me anyway.
Yeah, the likes is annoying. And I figured it out in my brain that it's all trickery is best. They're all sitting up there at the top of the social media platforms saying, "Yeah, let's see, let's tell this one we'll give her 2 points if she gets 5,000 likes," and then you lose one like, and they're like, "Oh, you fell off today." It's like,
Yeah, I
wait,
don't
what?
know. See,
It's like,
that's business and logistics. I just want to show up, show out, and go home. That's it.
that's it. Keep it simple.
Mhm.
I hear you.
Keep
I
it
hear you.
simple. But if I've always tried to pair with people who do that kind of stuff, who will do the behind the scenes stuff, and sometimes it starts out like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they get complacent, and then it's like, you're not gonna. I don't work for you. Oh,
No, that's just how it goes.
so
Yeah, yeah, it's
that's
crazy.
what. Social media is out of hand. You're
It
absolutely
is.
right. It's out of control.
I'm
It's out
bonkers.
of control. And some of the things that they put up there, oh my God.
Yes, yes. Who are you
It's
telling? I mean, well, no,
They
I
ain't
love.
got no chill on the internet. You hear me? They just
Well, listen, no, they apparently do. They always citing me for something stupid like you played someone's song, and I'm like, okay, so why did I get a butt in my inbox?
right,
Like,
right,
what is going on? It
right.
it makes no sense to me. But don't let me tell it. It's just social media is a lot, and
Right.
you have to like know
But
how to.
everybody is a star.
Yes, that's what it is. Everybody
Everybody is a
are
star.
on Facebook.
I just
Well,
watched 6 videos of a chick just sitting there eating. Well, why am I watching this?
that's hilarious.
Like,
That's hilarious.
why?
It's
Granny's dancing, the big folks are stars. I love it. I love it. Love it.
it's addictive. I hate to say it. And I
It
hate to.
is.
It's very addictive, and it's I've got to get off. I love that new app that says stop, get off your social media for 30 days and read books, and they'll
Oh,
summarize for you. I was like,
if they pay me, I will.
exactly. I was like, you want me to read your books? Because what?
You pay me, I'll get off the internet for a couple of
Exactly,
months.
exactly. It's crazy. But so in your many years of comedy, do you remember an experience that you never forgot where a fan was really touched by your comedy, or the fact that you are doing comedy? You ever had one of those
I
moments?
have been touched many, 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 many
Okay.
times by fans. I remember specifically once I got off the stage and I'm outside and everybody's like, good show, blah blah blah, and then this man comes out and he puts his arm around me and he was like, thank you so much. I haven't been able to laugh
Mm,
in years.
mm.
And then while he's hugging me, his shoulders are going. He's crying.
Oh.
And that right there, I can't take it. I was like, and it made me feel like what could happen to someone
Mm.
that laughter would be removed from their lives. I mean, but years, So
Right.
I felt really, really flattered at that
Wow.
moment. And I felt like this is something that I can't stop doing because I'm touching people in a
Yes.
different way. Even when I do material about my mother having died,
Hmm.
people come up to me after the show and was like, girl, I didn't know where you was going with that one, but you know what? And they'll tell me their story and I can't stop. I can't stop because the people who I reach, the people who needed what I had to say, they got it.
Yes.
And if it's just one person out of everybody, then great. I've done big. I don't know how many seats are in the Boston Academy of Music or whatever, but that place was packed, sold out, and I
Wow.
was open for. I can't remember which musical artist at that time, but for them to tell me the next day, the promoter to say that the OJs didn't follow you. That's what it was. I opened for
Really?
the OJs and Stephanie Mills, and they told me the OJs couldn't follow me. But it wasn't that they couldn't follow me. Let me tell you what happened. They were singing all these new songs. Don't anybody want to hear that?
Right.
You the OJs.
Yeah, we came here for the other stuff.
We came here for your anthology. What's this new stuff?
Yeah.
And then also, Gerald had just passed away. It was a lot going on with them. So I don't say that they couldn't follow me.
Wow.
But, the feelings, yes, the feelings that I get when I know I've made people happy, and I've made people happy on some of my worst days. On
And
some
that
of my worst days, I have destroyed
really.
the
Now,
room.
how do you go into yourself as a comic to find? I've seen people do that. Like I just lost a brother, a father, a sister, and they go on stage and kill. And I'm like, how did you do that? Is there a secret to that, or just takes time, or a professionalism?
This is why I take no credit. It's bigger than me.
Mm,
It's bigger than me.
mm,
This is just the gift that I never take the stage without giving thanks for.
mm,
You know,
mm,
never. I've never ever took the stage without thanking God for the gift and thanking God for the power to
mm.
uplift these strangers. And some of my worst days.
Wow. So and that's when you know you're meant to do it, because like a lot of people get in 5 or 6 years and then they quit. And I was like, well, you wasn't meant to do it because you never quit. If it was a gift, you're addicted to getting back on the stage in a way.
Right.
Of seeing people's face light up and bringing laughter and bringing joy to people. It's like an addiction in a good way, you know.
Yeah, I don't. It's like a calling, and when they call, you gotta answer.
That's
Period.
it.
But it's bigger than me. I take no credit for it. People be like, for my whole career, people be like, "Oh, you here? You gonna kill it tonight?" I'll be like, I don't know,
See what the
And then
Lord
I
does.
here quietly. One time, I mean, I'm so in the club before I go on. One time, promoter came over to me and told me in my ear, "You all right? If you do good, I'm gonna have you come back." And that right there kind of pissed me off. I was like, I don't need to hear that. Then I got on stage and everybody was surprised, even me.
Right.
I'd be like, damn, where did that come from?
Who that is?
How long you been holding that in?
Wow.
So, it's really a blessing and it's a gift. It's not mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm just delivering it, honestly. There's no way that sometimes some of them shows that I've had shouldn't have gone that way because I didn't feel that way.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy to hear from you of all people. Like sometimes the gift it really is a gift, and that's when you know it's a gift.
It ain't got nothing to do with me. It's
You're just a vehicle, as they say.
just a vehicle, exactly. And I mix the acting with the comedy, and sometimes when I see the pictures, I'm like, what the heck was I talking? What is that? What was I talking about? Sometimes my body is killing me the next day. And someone that I used to live with said, because you got to see yourself on stage.
Right.
That's why your body's hurting, because the next day I'll be like, did I get jumped last night? I won't drink. So, yeah, I don't know. But I love my connection with people.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I'm glad that I have it. And I'm glad that they appreciate it. And if I'd worked harder, I'd be bigger.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
If
well,
I
you work hard. You just mean if you want to go worldwide or something. I don't know. Something like that.
Throughout my entire career, I could say that. I did everything from Comic View to Last Comic Standing, everything in between, Martin Lawrence and all that stuff. But there was no pusher in my career. There was no one, no one. Like even now, I could still do a whole bunch of stuff. I could play any part.
Right. Right.
Any
right.
part.
Right.
And I know I can. Because I went to drama school when I was a kid. I've done some acting. I don't know if you saw the movie Gold Digger Killer. I got killed pretty early in the movie, so
I'll have to check it out now for real.
Yeah.
Wait, what's it called? What's it called?
Digger Killer.
I have to check that out for sure. Because now you have me looking like, and I think I want to say that sounds so familiar, but when me in movies, I got to see it first. But oh yeah, I seen that.
Well, at the screening, when they announced my name and the character that I played, that I got booed.
Oh, really? Well, listen, hey, it happens, right? That's the part.
But wait, they booed me because of the character that I played.
Oh, okay. So it
Because
wasn't because of
so
that.
when I was in the bathroom, the lady said, "You know why they was booing, right?" I was like, "No, why?" She was like, "Because you played that part." And it made me feel better because
Okay, gotcha.
y'all
So
don't like me, but they did. They didn't like the character, and what I did in the movie, I wouldn't. That's not me.
right.
That
Good.
is a
Good.
1,000 times different from anything that I would ever do. Never.
Wow. Now, do you write it all at all?
I used to,
Okay. Okay. I was wondering.
not
'Cause
anymore.
some do- Not anymore.
I
Well,
can't
don't
even write my jokes down.
really. You have to. You remember them all? Wow. You're
Yeah,
like Jay-Z. He remembers all his rhymes.
I guess I didn't know that, but thank you. I'll take it. I mean,
That's
that
good.
part of him anyway.
I was gonna say, yeah. Well, I shouldn't have made that reference, but you know what I
But
mean.
you know what? I don't like people probably going to log off right now because I still step in the name of love. You know what I'm saying? Crazy people, I mean, geniuses. We all messed up, man.
Right. Right.
Not some more than
There
and
wasn't others, yeah. This is true.
it's so many layers behind the person that we know. We don't know. We don't know their life. And
Yes.
TMZ or any other, shows that tell the lives of certain artists, they don't know. They wasn't
Right.
there.
No,
If
that's
you
true.
was there,
That's true.
tell me the mother, the teacher, the
Right.
people who was there that saw everything. Because something happens.
Yes.
People don't
Absolutely.
do certain things unless something happens. And the earlier it happens, the more messed up they are. So,
Absolutely. And that's so
but
true.
the
Wow.
artistic part of it, you're a
Mhm.
genius. You're a musical genius.
Mm.
And I'm not gonna stop stepping in the name of love. I might not spend money to go to the concert or buy the CD, but you better believe I'm gonna find some way to listen to it for free if I want to hear it. I ain't buying it. You can't get no money from me, but
I think we're all
I
guilty of that. I
music.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
So
just it is what
I
it
ain't tripping off Jay. He
is.
from Brooklyn, he a homeboy. We don't know nothing.
Right,
I'm down with
exactly. Well, no,
everybody. I'm down with everybody. That's
that
why
makes
I'm by myself.
that makes sense. And I love your attitude. You know what I'm saying? It's not judgmental. Like, no, don't let nobody put no holes on you and tell you women can't do this. I love that. I love that because that's where we all should be striving to be, where there are no limits. We don't judge people because God, by the grace of God, there you go. Although I don't, I'll leave that out. There's some jokes I just won't say on the air, but yeah, I just think that that's the way we should all be, is not judgmental and just take people as they are. That's it. I don't have
Right.
to they don't pay my rent. I ain't paying their rent. What difference does it make, right? That's it.
Exactly. And the thing is, I don't want to be judged. I got so many things going on. You should see my feet.
Are
I don't
they
want to
worse
be
than my
judged
brother's
because of
was?
my feet. Like if I'm in a horror movie, they could save the whole makeup and costume. Just use my regular feet.
Oh no.
I don't want to be judged because my feet messed up. You know,
Oh
it
no.
got me too. You didn't it?
No. Oh my God. Maybe you're related to my brother that passed away. Because his feet were like, I was like, what? You come from like the ape tribe? What? And them feet are like,
Yeah. Well,
and I don't know how I got okay.
yeah,
I
my
mean,
feet crazy. That's why somebody told me one time, Nikki, this food tastes like you put your foot in it. I'm like, what? What's wrong with it?
uh,
He said, nothing. That's a compliment. I said, not if you seen my feet. Mm-mm. I gotta be clear. She's not trying to say my feet. My food tastes like calluses.
That's crazy. What comedy today? What who are just a couple of your people that you like in comedy? Are there any specifics that stand out to you?
I love the legends.
Yeah, me too.
And I love people's work.
Mhm.
Okay, let me put it like this. I used to
Mhm.
be a huge fan of the person
Mhm.
and all of that. And then I met the person and
Mhm.
worked with the person. And I thought I was gonna be that, I thought me and the person was gonna be cool forever.
Right.
And yeah, no, we're not.
That didn't happen.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're not. And so I still like the person's work,
Right.
but I could do without the person. I'm still a fan, but not like I was before. She's not
Yeah.
she's not my shero no more.
Yeah.
I love Marsha Warfield.
Yes, I always loved her.
Um, I went
And
to go see her at, I went to go see her live one night, and it was the first time I had ever been so in awe that I was moved to tears.
wow, really?
I was bawling afterwards. I couldn't even go over to her. So there's the guy that invited me, Stephen, I just held on to him, and I couldn't stop crying. I don't even know what was happening, but that's how
Oh.
enormous the whole presentation was. You know, the
Wow.
montage before her stand-up of all the things that she's done, the
Mm.
music that she chose, then her stand-up, then another great montage of music. It was
Wow.
insane. It was
Wow.
too much for me, you
Wow.
know. So yeah, but I
So,
love Marsha Warfield.
yeah, she's amazing, and I haven't heard much from her, but she's one of those people I always loved too because she didn't stay in the spotlight, but yet you knew how effective she was.
She is. I think she might be performing this week at the Comedy
Mm.
Cellar. She's here.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, I have to Google.
I've shared the stage with her so many times. Unbelievable. Are you kidding me?
Amazing. Wow.
Unbelievable. I
Well,
can't believe.
now I know who to look forward to seeing because
Yeah,
some
she's great. Marsha Warfield. She's
wow,
she
awesome.
like the president.
Oh, really?
she
Uh-oh.
she my president.
Wow. Someone said yes, she is. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow. What was I say? So, you know, comedy has changed a lot in the last 30 years, and definitely in the last 10 since the pandemic. We've shifted into something else new and interesting. Um, where do you think you see it going? Like, do you think it's bad for people to do Zoom shows, or do you say do whatever makes you happy, but stand up's where it's at? What's your theory on that?
You know, when the pandemic first hit, I had all these ideas, quarantine comedy, and I set up the website and everything and never did anything. That's all right, Deborah. At least you here. Thank you for chiming in.
Yes.
Um, so and I didn't put any of these things into play at all.
Mhm.
But I feel like I said before, right now everybody is a star. You can
Mm,
be a star. You
mm,
can be your own star. You can do it on Zoom if you're comfortable. You don't need to hear the laughter.
mm.
If you know what you're saying, it's funny. Like I won't say nothing unless I really think it's funny.
Okay.
That's just me. I can't just get online, just say any old thing or whatever. It has to be interesting, it has to
Mhm.
be funny, clever, something.
Okay.
So everybody can be their own star, and Zoom shows are fine as long as they're engaging.
Yeah.
But it's probably harder to
Mhm.
engage on Zoom because you got to really come out and like punch them in the face, and
Yes.
then keep them entertained.
Yes. It's more.
Do that if you just one of these. Yeah, so
Yeah. No, they don't work for.
I don't think so. Some people need to feel that, but me being the only child and hearing everything in my head anyway, because I told you stars be broken. Yeah, so all this applause going on in my head, I know I'll even pause and wait for it for them to finish laughing, by whatever level of laughter is going on in my head. I'm like, okay,
Mm.
this should be done by now. So, like, but yeah, comedy is here to stay. Comedy is something people need. It makes them feel good.
Yes.
And if you're a real comedian, it makes you feel good too.
Yes.
To be a good comedian, I think you have to care about each and every person in your audience, and each and every person has to be having a good time, and you got to care while if everyone in your audience is having a good time. And I
Mm.
care. I do. I care.
Wow.
Sometimes that used to be my focus coming up in the game. I'll be watching the rest of the show
Hmm.
and I'll see who's not laughing.
Right.
That's my focus right there.
That's clever because that's really our job is to be able to know right away as soon as we see that audience, scan it, and figure out how we're gonna pull out them jokes
Yep.
based on knowing.
That's it.
Yeah. Wow.
That's my focus right there. And when I see them laughing, then I know I'm doing a good job. But anyway, when I got into comedy, I remember one night, late night, I was watching Steve Harvey on the Tabitha Smiley show on BET. Remember way back when? That was like, okay, 27, 28 years ago.
Yes.
And he talked about the difference between a comic and a comedian.
Whoa. That's right. He did. So what's the difference he said? Comedian. I can't remember.
A comic can take other people's stuff, like to me, in my mind, I say a comic is a mimic. I'm sorry, y'all. That's what Steve said. That's his explanation. And a comedian can find the humor in anything naturally. And that night I was like, wow, I'm a comedian. And that's when I called the New York Comedy Club and told them I want to try out for comedy.
Wow.
And their answer was bring 5 guests.
Right. Well, you're lucky.
Minutes.
You're lucky. When I started, it was like, bring 10. I bought 25 with me.
Really?
They're like, dang, they gave me a free tape. Got them.
Wow.
They're like, you get a free tape because we ain't never had this many. I was like, yup. And then the other Metropolitan Room, I think I bought about 20. And they came over from all over. They were like, because it was just, to me, I was new. I knew I was new. And, when you start out, you got to do what you got to do, right? So I said, you know what? I got friends that are coming down, that'll come down. Let's go. They love to spend money. They like to eat. They love to laugh. It's all a win for everybody.
I wish that I could find my first set. I probably have it somewhere on a VHS tape.
Where was it at? Do you remember?
My storage room, and at the New York Comedy Club.
Isn't that on tape somewhere? You don't think they taped it?
That was 28 years ago.
I found mine at Caroline's almost about that long. A little bit. No, it's a little later. Take that back.
That would be great if they did have it.
Yeah, I couldn't believe I found it. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. So I was able to
have it on a VHS somewhere.
Wow.
Somewhere. My very first set. It was unbelievable. People were stomping and banging on the table and bent over. I was like, what?
Right.
So that was it. If that didn't go well, I wouldn't be here today.
Wow. That is crazy. Well, how long did it take you to write a joke and know that this is going? This is it. This is the one.
Well, being the only child and being nuts, I talk to myself all the time. So I practice those jokes in the mirror. Because I told you, it took me time before I actually got on the stage. First, I started making strangers laugh randomly. Then I started compiling something to say. And I said it in the mirror. If it made me laugh, I was like, okay, that's funny. You know what I mean? And then I just took that 7 minutes, and obviously it went well because here I am.
You got 7? Lucky. I got 5 my first time. Yeah.
We went to the New York Comedy Club.
Went to the wrong one. Darn it.
Wrong one.
No, excuse me. Get something in my throat. What is the best part of doing stand-up for you? Is it connecting with the people? Is it the being heard part, or like seeing yourself in lights? You know what I mean? Like it's like some people are in it just for the fame because they're like, yeah, I'm up on the stage, I'm getting all this shit. The guys tell me they're in it for the girls. I mean, I hear all kinds of things. So what is it the most that you like about comedy, connecting with the people?
The thing is, I like being paid to be myself and have people receive me. Because it's not a performer audience kind of thing when we get together. It's like they really, really feel like they just made a friend.
Yeah, and that's the way
I give my real self. It's not nothing I rehearsed or blah blah blah. Whatever they pull out of me, that's what they get. Of course, it's going to come from my repertoire. Right. But if I just sit down with a group of people and we have a conversation, I think they're going to enjoy that too. I don't know. They're probably enjoying this right here. Who knows? I don't know. I hope so.
Yes, they will. They will. It's a Friday, but they will definitely. It's a Friday, but don't worry about it. They will.
Right.
In the world of political correctness, and sensitivity, how do you balance humor and like social, social commentary in your performances? Because like a lot of people say, oh, you can't say this, so you get edited to say things, and what is correct, what isn't correct, like who knows anymore?
Well, because my comedy is my life experiences, my observations and things like that. I don't feel like I need to lean on that kind of stuff. If it's that kind of situation and I'm asked certain things, it depends on the setting that I'm in, because I'm not blonde with blue eyes. You know what I mean? I got to be careful where I am, what I say.
Right.
And that kind of thing divides people. And when I'm in charge, when every ear and every eye is on me, I don't want to divide the people. I want everybody to be in the same accord.
Good for you.
So, yeah, I can't,
Because I've seen comments say the crate. I was like, wait, are you trying to make money? You really?
like, you gonna get us all in trouble.
You trying to make money, or you trying to go back to the crow? What's going on here? I got to tell me.
I have gone home.
Crazy. I've heard some the most craziest things I've ever heard in my entire life, not even as a comic. It's just, I was like, in what point did you think that was funny? Like,
yes.
I don't get it. I think you said it
is not funny, but then also, there's a way to finesse certain things, and you can say whatever you want. It's
how you say it.
It's how you say it, but I just don't want to do that kind of. We have comedians for that, and that's just not me. As long as I keep living every day, something funny going to happen. Another funny thought is going to come into my head. And if I can remember it when I take to the stage, then that's how my material will grow. I'm happy to say that it's growing, because you have to grow it. Some of my classic jokes are like when I said the OJs, nobody want to hear your new stuff. Some of my classic jokes, people want to hear that. They'd be like, "Oh, I was hoping you would do the one about that." Like,
yes. Like I love the bit you do about not Popeyes. What's the name? Not Bojangles.
Churches. Yes.
That whole bit is hilarious.
True story.
Because comedians have a lot of jobs. I know I did a lot of jobs.
Yes, indeed.
A lot of jobs. Sometimes they ain't no jobs, but you gotta do something. That whole bit is hilarious. I think you're absolutely hilarious, and we need to give you your flowers while you're here.
Oh, please.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I know that's one of your pieces, but I'm serious about that. I always like to, when people, I say, deserve to be in my eye at the top of wherever everybody else is at. I see them that way. Like even if I don't see them on CBS, it doesn't matter to me. That's how I see them, because they worked hard and they've been in the game for a while, and we need that. We need good, funny people that love doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you. So what any future projects coming up that we could look out for? Or I know you're doing, what are you doing? Something soon, right? You got to go away?
Oh, that's a drive. Like I said, that's a little 9-hour drive.
9 hours. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah, it ain't nothing.
Ain't nothing but a chicken wing.
Wow. I do leave the night before though.
Okay.
I like to drive at night.
You do? You like to drive at night?
Yes,
that's my biggest problem.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, you're a comedian. You don't want to drive in? Nope.
Yeah, no.
My apartment right near where all the clubs are, please. Thank you very much.
Right.
You ain't never gonna work, girl.
I mean, the flight is an hour. Maybe like an hour, 15 minutes. Maybe I'll fly. I don't know. I haven't decided.
An hour and 15, but I mean, it depends. If you can drive and work your set while you're driving, then that's okay. But if I could take time and think about my set or whatever I'm doing, or meditate, whatever it is, I'd rather do that and spend less time on thinking about how did I get there? Did I take the right turn? Did I go the right way? gives me anxiety. I'll work
I
on
used to
myself.
say maybe I'm just like my father, and I am. We drive car. We are car. Everybody makes me drive. I don't care if it's your car. And Nikki, you know you driving, right? I'll be like, you guys take my last name so seriously. But yeah, I drive. Second off a road trip.
Oh, well, that's that I would if I had a Denali, okay, all right. If someone gave me a Denali, and I'll drive wherever you want me to drive, no problem. Like, right? But I don't have like the perfect car, so like, what do I want to do that for? It depends on what you give me. If you give me something, I'll be like, yeah, let's go. I can drive. I'll do the camper, whatever you want. I got it. But
I
not
drove
just
across the country few times already.
really. I did
And
North
it's
Carolina.
the most beautiful drive ever.
I did the bus from California to New York.
You got to drive because you got to stop.
Right.
You got to see.
Right.
It's the most beautiful drive.
Wow. I'll have to check that out one. I mean, it is on my bucket list one day, but I need a few people in the car with me, preferably packing. And
not me, because they don't want to go to the bathroom when I want to go. They want to take it back on the road. And then at the next exit, could you get off? Didn't I just ask you?
Well, that's the advantage of driving, right? Because then you can stop when you feel like it.
You know, they want to touch my radio. Don't touch my radio.
My music.
This is a concert, because when I drive, it's a concert. You know,
that's like me.
To the top of my lungs, yes, I do. I be dancing. People be driving by, looking at me. I be like, mind your business. Watch the road, fool.
I can totally see that. What advice do you have for any up and coming comics? Like anything you can give them, like this?
My advice is always the same: be yourself and have a good time. I know a lot of young people, when they first get started, they worried about who's tearing up the stage before them, blah blah blah. Here's my advice to you: you're the first comedian of the night. I don't care where you're going on in the lineup. Set the tone. For yourself. Period.
I like that. I like that. I actually stopped.
A good time, because if you're not having a good time, guess what? They're not gonna have a good time.
That's true.
Audiences are like dogs. You know how dogs smell fear, and they'll bite you.
Now that's so true. That is especially urban audience. Any
audience.
One time I
got time.
Anybody?
Oh, well, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. I've had a what I call the starer, and then I was like, well, but maybe he's staring because you ain't funny, and I was like, all right, you better get funny. So I cleaned it up. But
I'm not gonna say I never had a bad set.
Really,
I remember the time I did 112 in Atlanta. That was terrible, but that was my fault.
Okay.
If I have a bad set, it's my fault.
Yes, and
if you have a bad set, it's your fault. It's not those people's fault.
Yes, I was told that.
They came there trying not to laugh. Guess what? It's your job to change their mind. And if you believe in yourself and you feeling what you're doing, you're gonna change their mind. You're gonna change their mind. You're gonna bring them into your world, whether they want to come or not. How many times I see men in the audience trying not to laugh? They too cool. Then next thing I know, I see this here. Yes. I was like, yeah, okay.
I've seen yeah. I saw one of your things, and I was looking at one particular person, and by then she was all in. She was all in, and I was like, "This is what a comic lives for, right here. That face right there. Just like, go ahead, make me laugh." It's like, just give me a minute. I'm taking my time. I'm warming you up.
Right. You came to spend time with me. You're gonna feel good.
Yes.
Because if you didn't feel good, then I must not have been feeling good. But so I didn't do my job if you didn't feel good.
Okay, so we take the responsibility. That's good advice. I think it
was. I get comedians coming up to me. Yeah, I did that room, that audience, and something. You know what? I'll be like, all right, look at the time, and I walk away because I don't want to hear that.
Right.
It's not the audience's fault.
Thank you.
What happened? Something could happen before you went on that got the audience feeling away.
Okay. Right. Your job is to go in there and bring it back. Mm. Wow. Wow. Well, what about what tip can you give us on writing? Like, how can we prepare? Like, what tips can you give us on yeah, just writing? Like when we write jokes, you should be writing 10 jokes a day, or you know, whatever you think, whatever.
Or right there.
Mhm. No, no.
I say this: if you're trying to break into the business,
Mhm,
and whatever makes you think you're a funny person,
mhm,
take clips from that and compile yourself a set.
mhm.
Like if you do something at work and everybody fell out, remember what you did, remember how everybody fell out, and
Mhm.
start from there.
Okay.
You know, that's all I can say. Like I said, I've never written. I sometimes I have made notes, and then I get to the club, and the notes in the car.
Oh no.
Or I left them home on the
Uh-huh.
table. So what's the point? And then I used to roll with this comedian called Smokey Suarez. A lot of y'all may have heard of him. Smokey's hilarious, and we started together. Me, him, Harris Stanton, and Kareem Green. That's
Wow.
pretty much the team right there.
Wow.
But Smokey, we had a great night of comedy. Now we're on our way home. Here's Smokey. Oh man, I lost my book. All my jokes.
What?
If I'm
Oh,
gonna leave my jokes behind, I'm gonna have. That's because somebody took my whole head off. Because I couldn't imagine. And
mm,
he's a funny dude. So
wow.
uh,
Wow.
leave
Well,
his bag with his jokes. I can't. And this is like I said, I'm just starting out. I don't think I'd even done TV yet.
wow.
Um, and just seeing that made me be like, oh yeah, no, because I know if I bring an umbrella, I ain't going
Mm.
home with an umbrella. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not taking no chances on losing my jokes. They were stealing them anyway. So
Right.
as soon as I started to start stealing my jokes.
Yeah. How do you deal with Steelers? Because I've been running into a lot, like especially at Mike's. I'm like, I'm not even like I'm not even that many years in the game. Like, what are you stealing from me from? Like, what? Are you
Exactly.
that starving? And that's why I only do stuff that's true to my life. Because
Right.
if you go and say it, it
It
ain't
don't
gonna.
matter. They
Yeah.
figure a way to get it. They just,
Oh no.
it's
I
like I said, my jokes are my kids.
Mhm.
Okay. Just because you took my kids and dyed their hair and put different clothes on them, that don't mean they're not still my kids. That don't mean I don't recognize my own kids,
That's right. That's
And
right.
that's just the way it is with the jokes. But it is what it is. But the first time, I haven't been on TV yet. Like I said, I'm new. I'm doing that European tour that I was telling you about. And I
Mhm.
was in Germany.
Oh wow.
And the promoter came to my room the next day and told me that a comedian did my joke on TV last night. I'm like, what?
That happened to me. Mm, mm,
And I was like, really? And I'd never heard. He said the name, but I'd never heard of the name before.
mm.
And so I
Wow.
called Barbara Carlisle because Barbara, remember, she's my mentor.
Mm.
And I called her and I said, Barbara, so and so did my joke on TV. And I said, what do I do? She said, write another joke.
That's
That's exactly what she said.
right. Another joke. Dang, it just
Another
hurts
joke.
because you work so hard on something, and you're like, really? And actually, it's funny because a lot of my material I do about being in foster care and stuff like that, stuff that you really can't mimic. I mean, you could. I mean, a smart comic could take that and twist it and figure out how to reword and redo it, but it just doesn't. I don't think it hits the same because I heard the person do it, and well, everyone was looking at her like. Now we know Tanya's like, we know she was an orphan, but you was not an orphan. Like this don't even sound, it just didn't sound right. Now
Right.
maybe that's it was just us and she didn't do it well. Like maybe
Mm,
like if we gave it to Eddie Murphy, he'd do it well. He'd make it
mm,
hilarious. So because he,
right.
you guys are pros, so you can do that. But
Right.
I don't know how. I don't know how, but I'm flattered, I guess, as they say. But I'm like,
That's what
no,
somebody told me. They was like, Nikki, great minds think alike. And I was
what?
like, well, my great mind is thinking that I should kick your ass. Are we on the same page on that one too? I'm just asking. Or is it only on
For a
jokes?
friend, for a friend. Right. No, it's crazy. When I did wait, which one was I at Gotham or was I at Caroline's? I forgot. This is my first time. I did comedy. I did a comedy class, took it, did my what do you call that? The graduation class show, and never did it again because I didn't know, but I was not stage fright because I used to model on stage and in bathing suits, like that was not a problem. But
maybe you tell jokes in a bikini.
Maybe so. But that I get a lot of fans. No, but well, not anymore. maybe running on stage. I know. You got a point there.
Right.
Dog knows. But I forgot which club it was, but somebody, another known comic was there. And so I turned on the TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
They literally took word for word what I said. And wow. the person called me and said, they literally lifted your set. And I was in the classroom when you made it all up.
Right.
So they knew I had made it up, but it was like nothing I could do because that person is known. Even though me looking at it and listening to it, it just didn't sound right. It just didn't sound like their life. So I say to Steelers, like, if it ain't your life, I personally think, I don't know. I think it's not good. But then people have people write for them, so I wouldn't have nobody write for me either. So I don't know.
Right.
I just
sorry about that. I knew that while I was on this podcast, everything was going to happen. Junior was going to start barking. Maintenance was going to come. I knew it.
Oh, everybody's there. So we're done anyway. And so just hang out with me for 1 minute while we say goodbye to everybody. But tell us where we can find you first.
Well, you know what? What I tell people all the time is that I'm easy to find. Just Google me and all my whole life will come up, period. Everything.
2 K's and 2
That's
R's.
it. N to the I to the double K, I, C, A to the double R.
That's right. So please, everybody give it up for the lovely Nikki Carr. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you. I don't know what that was, but okay. So we will what do you call it? And let me see. Anybody had any questions out here? Somebody had said something. Well, bless you. Okay, so I see that it wasn't a question. It's hello. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you so much, Nikki Carr. You are fantastic, and
thank you very much.
See you on a cruise, or see you.
Oh yeah, cruises getting ready to start up. So if you're going on a cruise, inbox me. Let me know what cruise you're going on. Maybe you'll see me there. Who knows?
Fabulous.
That's my new life now.
Oh, hey, listen, that's a good gig. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Working smarter, not harder.
That in college, the college gigs, stop playing.
Yeah.
It's like
cruises are nice. They just take mad long. That's all.
Okay. Oh, is that what it is? Okay. So yeah. Well, I'm just saying, cruises is a good look. I know somebody else who does cruises, and it's like
they're very nice.
Their house is very nice. Is all I can tell you.
I'm not mad at it.
Nope. I don't blame you. So thank you so much, Nikki Carr. We appreciate you, and we'll talk to you
anytime.
All right. Bye. Bye, everybody.